chapter 26, verse 1. And there was famine in the land, beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. Famine accounts for Esau's despair of living, and hence selling his birthright. Chapter 25, 29 through 34. First, one of the 13 famines. See note on 12:10. Abimelech, official name, not the same as chapter 20, verse 2. Verse 2. And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. The Lord, Hebrew Jehovah, Appendix 4. Go not down, as Abraham did in chapter 12:10. Verse 3. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. Verse 3 footnote. Oops. Unto thee. So to each patriarch. Abraham 13:15, Jacob 28:13, etc., involving resurrection. See note on 50:24 and compare Exodus 3:6 and Matthew 22:23 through 33. Verse 4. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and I will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. Stars, figure of speech, paromia. See Appendix 6. Verse 5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice, and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. My, repeated 5 times for emphasis, the number of grace. See Appendix 10 and note on John 1:17. Voice, to be heard and believed, Romans 10:17. Charge, to be observed. Commandments, to be obeyed. Statutes, i.e., decrees, to be acknowledged. Laws, i.e., instructions to be followed. Verse 6. And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. Verse 7. And the men of the place asked him of his wife, and he said, She is my sister. For he feared to say, She is my wife, lest, said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was fair to look upon. Men, Hebrew plural of Ish or Enosh, see Appendix 14. He said, as Abraham had said, 12:13, 20 and 2 and 12. Chapter 20, verses 2 and 12. Sister, see note on 20:12. Verse 8. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out a window and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. Sporting with, caressing. Verse 9. And Abimelech called Isaac and said, Behold, of a surety she is thy wife. And how saidst thou, She is my sister? And Isaac said unto him, Because I said, Lest I die for her. Behold, figure asterismos, see Appendix 6, and how, figure erotesis, see Appendix 6. Verse 10. And Abimelech said, What is thou hast done unto us? One of the people might lightly have lain with thy wife, and thou shouldest have brought guiltiness upon us. What? Figure erotesis again, figure of speech, Appendix 6. Guiltiness, see Appendix 15 and 44, Part 2. Verse 11. And Abimelech charged all his people, saying, That he that toucheth this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. Saying, one of the laws given and observed before Moses, see Appendix 15. Then Isaac sowed in that land, and received in the same year an hundredfold, and the Lord blessed him. Received. Hebrew found. Figure synecdoche of the species. Appendix 6. Compare chapter 6, verse 8, and Romans 4:1. 13. And the man waxed great, and went forward, and grew until he became very great. 14. For he had possession of flocks, and possession of the herds, and great store of servants, and the Philistines envied him. Store, body. For all the wells which his father's servants had digged in the days of Abraham his father, the Philistines had stopped them, and filled them with earth. 16. And Abimelech said to Isaac, Go from us, for thou art much mightier than we. 17. And Isaac departed from thence, and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there, in the valley, some distance from the city. 18. And Isaac digged again the wells of water, which they had digged in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham, and he had called their names after the names by which his father had called them. 18. In the days of Abraham his father, Isaac, a placid character, shown by his obedience, in chapter 22, verses 6 and 8, his meekness and betrothal, 24, his mourning for his mother, 24, verses 63 through 67. Compare note on verse 63. His following in his father's steps to Gerar, 21. In denying his wife there, 20. His finding in Abimelech and Phicol there, and digging wells there, renewing the oath and renaming the well. Their names. Compare the four names below and their special meaning. Let's see. Philistines had stopped them. Oh yeah, I'm up here. So, verse 19. And Isaac's servants digged in the valley, and found there a well of springing water. Well, Hebrew ayin, see note on 21:19. Springing, Hebrew living, see note on 21:19. 20. And the herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen, saying, The water is ours. And he called the name of the well Esek, because they strove with him. Esek, Hebrew strife or contention. 21. And they digged another well, and strove for that also, and he called the name of it Sitnah. Sitnah, Hebrew opposition. 22. And he removed from thence, and digged another well, and for that they strove not, and he called the name of it Rehoboth. Rehoboth, Hebrew roominess. And he said, For now the Lord hath made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. 23. And he went up from thence to Beersheba. Beersheba, Hebrew, well of the oath. 24. And the Lord appeared unto him the same night, and said, I am the God of Abraham thy father. Fear not, for I am with thee, and I will bless thee, and multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake. God, Hebrew Elohim. Appendix 4. 25. He builded an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. And Isaac's servants digged a well. No footnotes. Verse 26. Then Abimelech went to him from Gerar, and Ahazath, one of his friends, and Phicol, the chief captain of his army. Phicol, probably an official military title. Compare 21:22. 27. And Isaac said unto them, Wherefore come ye to me, seeing ye hate me, and have sent me away from you? 28. And they said, We saw certainly that the Lord was with thee. And we said, Let there be now an oath betwixt us, even betwixt us and thee, and let us make a covenant with thee. 28 footnotes. Saw certainly. Figure polyptoton. Appendix 6 for emphasis. Hebrew seeing we saw. Compare 2:16. Freely eat. 27:30. Scarce gone out. 43:3. Solemnly protest. 43:7. Asked us straightly. Could we certainly know? 43:20. Came indeed down. Exodus 5:23. Not delivered us at all. 18:18. Will surely wear away. Get rid of some of these. Will surely wear away. 21:5. Shall plainly say. Job 37:2. Hear attentively. Numbers 22:17-37. Promote thee to a very great honor. Honoring, I will honor thee. 24:10. Altogether blessed. Hebrew, blessing thou hast blessed. Numbers 26:65 and 30, verse 12. Utterly destroyed. 23:11 and 24:10. Altogether blessed. 29. That thou wilt do us no hurt, as we have not touched thee, and as we have done unto thee nothing but good, and have sent thee away in peace. Thou art now blessed of the Lord. 29. Touched. Figure tapinosis. Appendix 6, emphasizing the fact that so far from injuring him in any way, they had showed him favor. 30. And he made them a feast, and they did eat and drink. 31. And they rose up betimes in the morning, and sware to one another, and Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. 32. And it came to pass that same day that Isaac's servants came and told him concerning the well which they had digged, and said unto him, We have found water. No footnotes, verse 33. And he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba unto this day. Sheba, Hebrew in oath. Therefore, same name given by Abraham, 21:31. Names were sometimes reimposed for a new reason. Compare Bethel in these verses and Israel. 34. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith, the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and Bashemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. 34 footnotes. These names exhibit figure polynymia. Appendix 6, Judith. She had a second name, Aholibamah. Beeri. His name was also Anna, but he had acquired the name Beeri, or the spring man, from having discovered the hot springs. See on 36:24. Hittite. Hittite. The general name. See note on 1 Kings 10:29. Bashemath had a second name, Ada. The name Bashemath dropped in 36:2 to avoid confusion with the daughter of Ishmael. In chapter 26 we have general history, but in 36 precise genealogy. 35. Which were a grief of mind unto Isaac and to Rebekah. Grief, figure metonymy of effect. Appendix 6, grief put for that which caused it. No wonder it caused bitterness of spirit when we remember who the Canaanites were. Mind, spirit, Hebrew ruach. See Appendix 9.